Hello and welcome. I'm Adrian and
I'm not Adrian.
I'm going to just call you not Adrian for the rest of the video. Right, so we're going to be here to talk about Smackdown from I believe this was the 4th of April.
Mm-hmm.
So this was obviously the very first Smackdown Live after WrestleMania, which they made a really big deal of. It's
They normally
not
do.
it's not the first SmackDown after WrestleMania.
No.
It's not the first SmackDown Live. It's the first time the two have hit. So they didn't leak televised segments like 3 days early. But then saying that WWE are usually not that bad at that anyway.
Right.
Anyway, let's just jump straight into it. Obviously, it opened up with the first of 87, that number might be a guess, WrestleMania tributes, and then went into Randy Orton going to the ring.
The 13-time boring champ.
Yeah, we love Randy Orton, we really do. He's a good wrestler, but he doesn't reinvent himself, really, does he?
The only thing he's got is the RKO,
Yeah,
which people chant for.
I know. And it's a really inventive way he came up with the name RKO. It's his initials.
And there's technically the Diamond Cutter.
Yes it is. But we'll move on from that. So Randy Orton opened the show.
We don't reference WCW in any way, shape or form. Ever.
We can do it. Well, to be honest, we've got just as much right to reference WCW as we do referencing WWE.
Mm. Shall we
Not
carry
least
on?
because they're both owned by the same people. Right, Randy Orton...
From 2001.
Yeah, Randy Orton opened the show. Bray Wyatt, of course, then interfered on the big screen before coming down to the ring.
Before he got down to the ring, he offered a match.
He did. He challenged Randy Orton to a House of Horrors match. Andrew, why don't you tell us what a House of Horrors match is?
We don't know.
Nobody knows yet. So this could...
Let's just hope it's not like the WrestleMania match.
Oh, that was painfully slow. So obviously, it could be something amazing, like Punjabi Prison. That was like a really great match type when it came out. Or it could be something like the Ambrose Asylum match.
We don't talk about the Ambrose Asylum match.
We shouldn't talk about that match.
I've
Let's be perfectly frank. It had Chris Jericho and Dean Ambrose in it, and that couldn't save it from its own gimmick.
No.
Swiftly move on.
But we're talking about the House of Horrors match. I'm half expecting a bucket of worms, a basket of cockroaches.
And superimposing it over the ring mat.
Yeah. And fake spiders.
Yeah. Of course, this turned into a tussle anyway. With Eric Rowan decided to join in to help out Bray, beating up Randy. And then Luke Harper decided to, do his whole I'm rebelling against the Wyatt thing and, helped out Randy, and I didn't fall asleep once during that segment. I was close. I was very close.
How close?
I'm not going to lie, I had just done a full shift at work. I was pretty close.
It's got to be better than Monday nights.
Yes, Raw was long. Raw was very long.
I mean, the opening
The opening segment, 13 and a half minutes. Oh, just painful. So let's move on. After the beatdown, they made the match for later on in the night. Tag match. They went really original on that one. Then we went into Miz and Maurice got interviewed by Renee, and basically invited Cena and Nikki Bella down to the ring later on. And that's pretty much it. Just mentioning it so that we've got the full thing on here. The women's match.
I thought this was a good match.
It was the only women's match, actually, wasn't it?
Yep.
And that was actually a rematch for the SmackDown Women's Championship between Naomi and Alexa Bliss.
Mm-hmm. If it was going to be a proper rematch, it would have had all six.
Yep, they called it a rematch though, so I feel like I can get away with calling it a rematch.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, it just had the two superstars, not the six from the six-pack challenge.
So next week we're going to have Becky Lynch, and then the week after we're going to have Mickey James, and then the week after...
You've forgotten who else was in it, haven't you?
Natalia.
Yep. That makes 5.
Natalia, Mickey James,
Becky Lynch,
Naomi.
Alexa Bliss. And there's a 6th. That's how memorable that match was. That match, which the people had rallied to save from being relegated to the pre-show. And this is... Well, we're now recording this 4 days after WrestleMania.
You're not meant to tell them.
Yeah, but you've already, told them that we did the show straight after the Raw one on the Raw video. So...
I cocked it up, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. So yeah, this is 4 days later, and we can only actually remember 5 of the 6 participants.
Can you remember the sixth?
I can. You wait. I'm just going to shout out a random female superstar's name. Probably like in 20 minutes time. Maybe even 40 minutes time. Probably long after we stopped recording this video. But yeah, it was an alright match. Anyway, getting back to the match that was actually on SmackDown. It was
this one I actually half enjoyed. Well, I enjoyed it much more than freaking WrestleMania match.
Yeah, it was better. It was much better shown than the WrestleMania match. But
the WrestleMania match was a multi-woman bull leg, where everyone just had to get their spot in. They all it was painful. It was almost as painful as the Andre Memorial Battle Royal.
Okay. Should we carry on with SmackDown now? We've already done a review of WrestleMania.
Fair enough.
That review lasted a lot longer than we expected it to.
Yeah.
So let's just keep SmackDown then. Right.
But we're going to reference it because they keep on referencing it.
Yes, they do. A lot. A hell of a lot.
Anyways, Naomi retained.
Yes, she did. Naomi retained, and in her celebrations, she waved that off. In the middle of a celebration.
I think she was meant to do a bit of a dance thing, and then...
Well, she started dancing, and then she kind of stopped and just like waved it off, and just held the belt up. Re-aggravated her knee, quite possibly, yeah. Because obviously Naomi's only just returned from injury.
An ice pack in the doctor's ward.
Yes, yeah. Then we move on to Kurt Hawkins. Which everybody wants to see Kurt Hawkins in the ring.
At all times, yes.
Yes. At least that's what Kurt Hawkins will lead you to believe. But then he issued an open challenge. And who answered that open challenge, Andrew?
Would you like to tell the audience, or would you like me to give them a clue?
Let's go before they switch off. It was Ty Dillinger. That's right. Making his SmackDown debut.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, he'd been teased a little bit that he was going to be moving up after he came in.
After Royal Rumble.
At the Royal Rumble. Which position did he come in at on the Royal Rumble?
25.
That might be a slight lie. He came in at 10. Which most people probably already know. But for those who didn't. Yeah. This match, I really enjoyed this match. It was really energetic, it was really fast paced, and Kurt Hawkins got his ass handed to him.
He was Ty Dillinger's little
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Yeah, great match. Really enjoyed that one.
And Ty Dillinger will hopefully get the IC title within the next 6 months.
IC titles. Is it still Miz? No, it's not. It's Dean. It's Dean Ambrose who owns that. Yeah.
You keep on forgetting, don't you?
I do. It's been a long day.
Yeah.
Right, so we'll move on. Mojo Rawley. Mojo Rawley turned up to do an interview segment.
It says here that you've put no purpose to put on him.
Yeah, that segment to me just screamed like he's just won the Andre the Giant Royal Battle Royal, and we kind of want to put him on so people don't forget about him.
Yeah, but the way that he was presented in like the whole suit and all that signals to me that they're trying to at least give him a push.
Possibly, but we'll have to see what happens. Have to see what happens with that one.
He wasn't jumping around going, stay hyped, stay hyped.
It'd be nice to see him get a push. See where we can go with this now that they've taken him out of the tag team side of things.
Well, isn't Zack Ryder injured again?
I believe he is.
When Zack Ryder isn't jobbing out, he's injured.
Yeah. So we'll move on. So John Cena and Nikki Bella coming to the ring.
Shut up.
Hey, he's definitely was John Cena and Nikki Bella. It was definitely not The Miz and Maurice dressed up as John Cena and Nikki Bella.
Shut up. It was an uncomfortable segment.
Yeah. It was just trying to get the cheap pop based off the success that they've had with the Total Bella spoofs they've been doing.
Apparently people have been enjoying them.
They have been quite good.
Okay.
And that got interrupted. Who did it get interrupted by, Andrew?
A violin player.
A violin player.
Violinist.
Yes. He's quite a good violinist, to be honest.
Yeah, he did his job.
But when you hear violin music going, you kind of know which wrestler's going to be following, don't you?
Nakamura.
Yes, Shinsuke Nakamura, who proceeded to do his full entrance, get to the ring, and then call for his music so that he could then leave the ring. He didn't do anything else. He didn't say a single word. He interrupted a segment to come to the ring and then leave.
It should have been a match.
Yeah.
Definitely should have been a match.
He should have done something. If you're going to interrupt a segment, especially to do it, then you kind of need to actually do something with that.
Carrying on.
Yeah, I just thought it was an absolute waste of a debut.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Ambrose versus Corbin.
Yes, a street fight. Oh, this was the match of the night.
I did like the table spots.
Yes. Which ones? The suicidal dive to the outside of the ring?
I like both of them equally.
And the slam in the turnbuckle. Yeah. That was a good match. That was a really, really great match.
That should have been for the title.
It should have been for the title, and not only that, it should have been the match that they put on at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
The Ambrose Corbin match at WrestleMania was
Rubbish.
mediocre.
It was rubbish.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think I was overhyping it by saying mediocre there. Really.
Okay. Saying that, I was asleep.
Yes, you were. You actually fell asleep. I forgot about that. Well, yeah, you slept through that match. It wasn't a great match. I had to check my notes twice to remember who actually won in the video. It was Ambrose, by the way. I can remember it now. Yeah, this is the one that should have been at Mania. That being said, if this had been for the belt, Corbin did actually win this match.
And if it was for the belt, they would have had Ambrose win it.
They probably would have done. But it was a great match. And
I love
honestly,
the fact that they get the champions to lose all the time.
Except when the belt's on the line.
Yeah.
Yes, I have spotted that. And that was the end of SmackDown, and it was an amazing show, except that wasn't the end of SmackDown.
I was about to say, don't you want to completely... It should have ended after that promo.
The next promo was Shane came out to talk about the Superstar Shake-Up. I think he got around to saying Superstar Shake-Up before AJ hit the ring.
Yeah. I think he said it at least twice.
This was presumably a set-up for AJ turning face.
It was two things in my mind. It was a cut-off point to say, we did our match, we respect each other, carry on as normal. And AJ turning face.
Yeah. And in case you don't actually know what actually happened, AJ basically came out and, offered his hand. They shook hands. And AJ said that he'd like to stay at SmackDown.
Which
means he's probably not going to.
Mm. Did you get that feeling as well?
I did. And then shall we talk about the main event, which...
nobody wants to know about.
Just killed the momentum of the show for me.
It was rubbish.
Bray Wyatt and Eric Rowan versus Randy Orton and...
Well, it was actually... It was a magician and Eric Rowan.
Yeah. Randy Orton had basically near enough set Bray Wyatt up for the RKO. Bray Wyatt does his usual, lights go down, the screen flashes up with pictures to terrify any small children in the room. Then the lights come up and Bray Wyatt is outside of the ring.
He's actually on the ramp.
He was on the ramp basically watching. And after Rowan had figured out where he was, he turned around, RKO, done. And I will never get those 10 minutes of my life back.
No.
Yeah.
This match did nothing for me.
I actually genuinely disliked it. Were it not for the fact that I was doing a review, I would not have watched it. I'm not going to lie.
If we weren't doing these reviews, I would have stopped about here.
And you would have missed. By the way, for those wondering, he is actually pointing at the end of the Ty Dillinger match.
Yeah.
And you would have missed a match that was far superior. The Ty Dillinger match was amazing, but the Ambrose Corbin street fight...
Yeah, I would have just got like 2 minutes of it on YouTube.
Yeah, you would have missed so much. That was an amazing match.
Mm.
And I would have said had the potential to be quite possibly
Match of the week?
Match of the night at several pay-per-views.
I'll give you that.
Yes. So overall, SmackDown was really good. I really enjoyed it.
Raw was better.
Yeah.
Mostly
because
of Kurt Angle.
I thought you were going to
Finn
go
Balor.
Balor.
And the Hardys.
Though I'm going to say now, I think SmackDown would have been so much better if they had cut the last 10 minutes, which was basically their main event. If that didn't happen, much superior show.
You know how I would have booked it differently? Shinsuke comes down to the ring, interrupts the Miz, and then gives him a challenge. That would be the end match.
What, the end of the Miz segment?
Yeah.
What would have been great, Miz backs out of the ring and Shinsuke comes down. As he comes into the ring, Shinsuke just Kinshasa, knocks Miz out, and then leaves the ring.
That would have been a lot more better.
That would have been awesome. Anyway, that's not what happened. We've already gone through what happened, so hope you enjoyed the review, and we will continue to put these up.
As long as, we don't kill off everyone from boredom.
And as long as we can continue to endure watching 3-hour long episodes of Raw.